Hey, welcome to my channel. Recently, a client requested footage of downtown San Francisco, and I figured while I'm down there, why not get footage of my own? I mean, who wouldn't want to throw a drone up in downtown San Francisco? What you're about to see is going to be compliant with all FAA regulations, state and local laws and ordinances. You're probably going to see me hug buildings that comply with altitude regulations. So before we do that, why don't we take a look at what's in my drone case?
I keep my whole drone set up in a 7-liter case. It's an IP67 rated case. It is shockproof, weatherproof. It can supposedly handle water up to a meter, but I'm not going to try that out. I can tell you that I have tossed this thing with my drone in it. Maybe I'll toss it onto a hotel bed and it'll roll off and hit the floor. I've never had a problem. It is fantastic. It does have the customizable foam. And as you can see here, I've got the Mavic 2 Pro. I've got 3 spare batteries, PolarPro circular polarizer filter remote, along with a few accessories, which I'll get into in a minute. On this particular job, I promised the client that I'd have the files for him immediately after the flight. And so what I'll do is I'll take the micro SD card out of the drone, throw it into this USB card reader into my phone, and just upload them right there before I even leave the site. Not something I typically do, but for this one client, I'll do it. Next thing that is probably standing out to you is the remote controller, which is not standard. Yeah, it's been modified. Instead of the standard DJI antennas, those have been removed, and I've got some quick connects in there. To be honest with you, the DJI antennas that come with the controller will work better in certain circumstances than these omnidirectional antennas that I've got on here. But this is how I'll typically use this when I don't need any kind of additional penetration. Now, when I'm not using the omnidirectional antennas, I might use this patch antenna panel, which is by Alientech. It operates on 2.4 and 5.8 gigahertz. This is the Alientech Duo. It's got a pretty slim profile, and this is usually enough to get the job done when you need additional range or penetration. But today we're going to be using an amplified panel antenna. This is the Alientech Pro 2.4 gigahertz. 2.4 gigahertz typically has better penetration. I'm going to be in the city, so there's going to be a lot of interference, and so 5.8 gigahertz would probably be the preferred method. However, with the amplification and the 2.4 gigahertz, what I'm aiming for is if I need to drop the drone up over and behind a building, this is going to penetrate that building just fine. I removed the logo on the front just because it was shiny silver and I don't like to grab too much attention. And also another must-have, I believe, and I'm really shocked that these are discontinued. I have these joystick extensions which allow for much more precision flight movements. If you use the pinch method when you're using a remote controller, these are fantastic. I think I had to get these from some guy in Germany. And then off to the side here, I've got my PolarPro filters. These are circular polarizer / ND filters, and they fit right in the side here. And then, of course, we've got the Mavic 2 Pro. This one is not modified. It is completely stock. Other than the firmware, I've got some parameters modified on it for ascent and descent speed, as well as some smooth movements. There is a range hack you can apply, but I'm not using that on this one. I do have an extra top cover, the extra modified cover for Mavic 2s. Basically just unscrew, remove a bunch of screws, pop off the top cover, and slap this in there. And what you'll notice is there is an opening in the back that allows me to run an XT30 connector, and that connects directly to the power on the main board. And with this, I'm able to add in an additional battery. I'll use something like this, which is a Hyperion G8 LiHV battery. And this battery right here will add about 15 additional minutes of flight time if needed. And really, I don't find myself needing that on the Mavic 2s. And that is my case.
Hope you enjoyed the photos and video. Couldn't show you everything as the client owns all the footage I took for them, and that's most of the reason I was out there. Pretty soon I'll want to put up a video about how to make money using your drone, also some product reviews. Thank you for your time.